All right. I know it's a bit late one. I just have to make something. I wanna get something out of my chest or off my chest. And you know the drill. No comments, no rating, yada yada yada. This is my opinion on things number 12. This is about esports and gaming as a whole. And everything that has to do with gaming and esports. My opinion on it, I love gaming. I've grown up playing video games. I've talked about certain games already. I've said, I've spoken about certain companies as well. But I want to focus on gaming. Uh, Gaming and esports. I love the concept of esports. I love the way it is being done and everything. But over the years, my opinion have actually changed quite drastically from wanting to be a part of it to now kind of losing the love for both gaming and esport, and I'm gonna tell you why. I will start off with esports. The reason why I have lost my interest in esports over the years is number one, the in my opinion, I feel like people who are into this sport, I'm gonna call it a sport, I don't care, but people who are into the sport is either in for only the fame or the money, but not for the main reason, which is to bring attention to the concept of electronic sports, making it good, and also making it more accessible to people all over the world. That is just my opinion about it. And when I was young, I felt like esport was this like unknown thing that was the future. Um, it was like this really cool thing that that I looked forward to and really wanted to be a part of, basically. But now, when I see this generation that plays in like organizations in these games, most of them to me look like people who are only there for the money and the fame and not for the sport. As soon as they get tired of it, they throw it aside, trash talk it, whatever. And to me, that is just scummy behavior. They shouldn't deserve that position at all, but we are giving them that position, sadly. And that also goes for the gaming itself. There's a lot of companies, there's a lot of games, there's a lot of people in this sphere that we are in, creators, streamers, like journalists, so on and so forth, that really uh, like there's some good in it, but I feel like everyone wants to focus on the negative because it drives money and attention, and that's kind of the negative with gaming, in my opinion, is that people only want to talk about the negative stuff, the bad stuff, the tragedies, the failures, the hatred um, about games and esport, but they don't want to acknowledge the progression, the enjoyment, entertainment, the future, the hope, the real players, the real gamers, the real journalists that are not covering everything that is negative, but also covering everything that is positive about both sides of this coin, I'm gonna say. There's a lot of pros. I want to give my opinions about that. I want to talk about, but I'm not gonna give any names. I'm not gonna give any orgs. Some people that already like some people I talk with outside, offline, like when I don't stream or make these videos. they know my opinions already on these people that I want to talk about, but I'm not gonna give that any attention because then it's just gonna spark unnecessary conversations that has nothing to do with anything I do. Same thing for the gaming stuff. Like I can mention a few creators that I like, but I tend to keep this more on my point of view. I'm not gonna mention names. I'm not gonna say like he or she or they or them or anyone in that um, category. But what I'm really disappointed in is just like how people want to ruin the progress of gaming and esport because everyone is thinking about the numbers, the money, the fame, the fortune. No one that are really like it's only indie developers that care about the history of games, the legacy, the future, the past. These bigger companies only care because of the people that invest tells them what to do, what to say, what to target their games for. Like I don't see any big companies that are like um that are the same size as EA making a sports game that is not filled with microtransaction trash um and it's only focused on making money. Like games back in the day, like old sports games when we didn't have DLCs on a daily basis, um they were focusing more on like, oh, player feedback, enjoyment, long term enjoyment when playing these games. There's no wondering like why, or there's no like it doesn't take a rocket scientist, I should say, to understand why people enjoy the old sports games that EA make, the old racing game EA and Sony and whoever else made back in the day. Like it doesn't take that much thought into thinking like, oh, why do people enjoy Race Driver Grid, for example, one of the many racing games that EA has published? Oh, why do people love like the old Madden games, the old NHL, the FIFAs, and so on and so forth? Like, why do people have so much fond memories of these old games? It's because we cared. We used to care about games. We don't do it the same way anymore. Like the only thing people care about nowadays is like, oh, if a game doesn't hit the same peak as Fortnite, which is like one of the most uh, like is one of the corporates or culprits to, in my opinion, why gaming has turned into a must pump out new content every single time because sure it makes money, but the thing is that money is like if you only care about the money, if you only care about having short term player attention, pumping out Fortnite esque content like every week, how FIFA is doing right now with FC and the whole, putting promos in every single day. It feels like what's the point of playing these games? Like you're better off just go and do like real gambling, which you shouldn't do. But it's like more EA telling you like, oh, how about if you don't feel enjoyment in playing the game, why don't you just stay in the menu, open the packs, and waste your money opening these trashy packs to get some high rated card that has no value, no meaning. It's just another high rated card in the game that serves no purpose. And that is also the same thing with esports. It's like there's so many tournaments, so many things going on at the same time. It's like, what happened when you went on LAN? What happened when you went out and you were hyped to see the next tournament live on Twitch when it wasn't like a new tournament every single day that goes? Because sure, esports and stuff, it is not very sustainable in the long term. But when you make these like constant tournaments day after day after day after day, like you're doing more damage to the game and the scene than you bring. Like, sure, it brings in a lot of money, but the thing is, when it only benefits the tournament organizer or the people who are investing in these organizers, when they only get the money but the fans don't get anything back in terms of like memorabilia or good memories. Like, I'm gonna be honest, this is more of like a rant, but it's my opinion, I don't care. But even with the latest major that happened in Cologne, my personal opinion is I didn't even feel any memorable moments. Like, my favorite team wasn't there. The team I was cheering for didn't win. And sure, like, every team can't win, but like, I don't remember 98% of, or the whole major basically, because there was so many majors, or not majors, but there was so many tournaments also going on at the same time as the majors. So watching the major and watching other tournaments became pointless. Then I should have just played the game instead, because I got more enjoyment playing the game instead of watching the pros play the game, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, that's my opinion basically, and I have no image to show today, but sometimes it just is like that when I have to throw up a title and just do it right away. But as always, remember, no comments, no ratings, yada yada yada. And until the next video, I will see you around. When that will happen, probably tomorrow. But until then, have a good one, and I'm out of here. See ya.